Okay, so in this video, we're having a little look at the gradient function. So I've started with question 1 on the question sheet. So it says the gradient function of a curve passes through the point 1, 2 and is given by dy by dx equals to all of this. It's asking us to find the equation of the curve. So underneath here, I've just wrote explicitly what dy by dx means, because sometimes there's a bit of confusion. So dy by dx is the same as the change in y over the change in x, which, if you think back to GCSEs, is the same as the gradient, which is why we call it the gradient function. Okay, so the next thing I would have a think about is this finding the equation of a curve. So when we've got an equation for a curve, are you happy to say it's normally wrote as y equals to something? Okay, this something could be anything. It could be x squared, it could be x cubed. It just always starts with y. Okay, so over here then you can see I've wrote a little cycle out. So I'd really recommend maybe pausing the video and copying this cycle out. I really use this so much during my time at school. So here we have dy by dx, and like we said, they want us to find y. So here, to get from dy by dx to y, we're going to have to integrate. Okay, so let's do this together. So if I integrate dy by dx, this first part, obviously you can see here, it's going to go to y. Okay, the next part then, here it gets a bit tricky. So when I want to integrate, I always add 1 to the power. So x squared is going to become x cubed. The number at the front stays exactly the same, and we're going to divide by the new power, which in this case is 3. Okay, let's do the same with the next one. So here we've got 4x. X is the same as x to the power of 1. So if I add 1 to the power here, it's going to become x squared. The number in front stays the same, and I'm then going to divide by my new power. Okay, and that sign will stay the same. Okay, now let's have a look at this 7. So sometimes there's a bit of confusion when we deal with just a number on its own. So let's have a think. When we've got 7, we can write this as 7x to the power of 0. So why is this? Well, x to the power of 0 is the same as 1. So that's the same as 7 times by 1, which is the same as 7. So this is why we can write it like that. So if I want to add 1 to the power here, it's going to become just x, and the 7 will stay the same in front. Okay, so there's one last thing to remember with integration, and if you've done a bit of revision, you should remember that there's always a plus c at the end. Okay, so we are on the right lines here. It's all looking promising. We've got a y equals, and the only thing that's standing out to me is this plus c. So I don't know about you, but I've never seen an equation with a plus c at the end of it. So we need to get rid of this. So what I recommend first is let's simplify this equation. So we're going to have y equals to 3 over 3, which is the same as 1. So we'll have x cubed minus 2x squared plus 7x plus c. Okay, so in order to find out what this plus c is, they've given us a nice handy tip here. And they've given us this coordinate 1, 2. So what this means is that when x is equal to 1, y is going to equal to 2. So using this information then, I can find what c is. So let's do this together. So when y is equal to 2, x is equal to 1. So 1 cubed is 1, minus 2 times 1 squared, which is still 2, plus 7 plus c. So here then, you're going to notice we're going to simplify this to give 2 equals to 6 plus c, which gives me an answer of c is equal to minus 4. Okay, so my last step then, I'm just going to change my colour here so it's all bold. So my last step then is when c is equal to minus 4, we're going to plug this into here. So y is equal to x cubed minus 2x squared plus 7x minus 4. Okay, and we're done. So we found an equation which is y equals, and therefore we know we found the equation of the curve. Brilliant. So if any problems, just have a look at my other videos. Well done.